Alright, what's up guys? I'm about to be doing a tutorial on how to do a mid-fade, bald fade combination. First you just want to prep the hair, you want to comb it down, just to make sure all the hairs are put in place. You don't want to cut hairs in the wrong direction, you want to cut against the grain. So here you are. So I take my Andy Slimline Pros and I just start balding him out. And then you want to basically cut on a clean slate, so you want to take all the hairs off. And now I'm using my Wall Magic clips. And what I do is I take a number 1 guard and I go about 1.5 2 inches above the bald line with the 1 guard open, and then I like to meet that right in half with the wall, just no guard open, so basically the half guard or just no guard at all. And then after that I like to do notches of 4 with the lever, and I just bring it down a notch and I bring my fade down. I like to fade down at first and then I fade up, so I basically just cross myself. I don't push up the fade that way. So there's some people that struggle with pushing the fade up, and whenever they cut, they either cut too much and then they keep on going up and up and it doesn't even look blended no more. So here I am, I'm with the 1 guard. And I've got the 1 guard closed, so I close it and I meet right where the half guard and the 1 guard, just right in the middle, and that should almost connect the two. Sometimes it just depends on your fading style, if you like to flick up when you're doing the half guard, and just like the hair texture. Sometimes you can get away without using the half guard, but here it is. And then again, just basically in 1/4. Basically just move the lever 1/4 every single time and then bring it up. And then here I am just trying to connect the fade even more. I like to use as little guard as possible, but you see it didn't really come as it was supposed to, so I'm using the half guard. I open up the half guard to the halfway point, so it's not completely closed and it's not completely open. And I don't really do too much lever action unless it's either halfway or just closed, and I just do it depending on where the spots are darker, where it needs more cut, where it needs to be blended in more. And you see right there the fade's coming in, it's coming in together. So and then here I am with the 2 guard, same thing as I did with the 1 guard, because I still got the 1.5 guard. Now I don't want to push that up too much, so I take the 2 guard and I take it up 1.5 inches 2 inches with the guard open, just so I can meet it right there in the middle with the half guard, with the 1.5, my bad. So here I am with the 1.5. I usually have it open and I try to keep it as low without pushing it back, and you see that it's just taking out the bulk from the 1 open to the 2 open, so that's what it is. And then right there close to the hairline you see it's a little bit darker, so I start attacking those parts. See, just open up and close the lever as needed to make sure you take out all that bulk, take out the dark spots, so the fade is consistent. And there, my cat my cat, he messed up the lighting, so it's a little brighter than how it was and then how I set it up. So hopefully I don't throw it off. It's still same old fade. So, and there I am with the 1.5 just close, flicking out, take off the book. And then here I go with the 2 guard, and with the 2 guard I just close it, try to meet the 2 points where I had the 2 guard open and the 1.5 open as well, so just take out the bulk. Now here he wanted a 4 open on top, so what you want to do is you want to go against the grain. You never want to just cut it in separate directions. You want to go against the grain, so you make sure you get all of the hair off that you need. See, in the front it grows a little bit to the side, so I comb it to the side. On the sides it grows down, so just whatever you see the hair direction, you want to go in the opposite direction with the clippers. So you just want to make sure you go through it like 2 or 3 times. Make sure you got every single hair, because after the haircut, the client, he may go home. He may realize like, oh man, I still got some hairs that are so long, the others are, some hairs are sticking out. Now here, I might have been done with the haircut, but then you just look at the haircut from different angles and you see spots that you might have missed the first time. So you just want to go back in detail. So there I am. I saw some spots where, just where the 1 and the 1.5 just didn't connect good. And I told you right there by the hairline, he has a dark spot right there, so the hair, it grows more full and thick there. So I just gotta make sure that I connect it, and even if it's not the same guard system I use, just make sure that it looks faded and it looks consistent. Here I am detailing some more. And that's the thing you want to do. You may think you're done with the haircut, and then same thing, the client goes home, or you might realize after the haircut, after you've you dusted him off, you said basically he's good to go, that you might see when he stands up a spot that you might have missed, and you might want to tell him, hey, can I retouch up the spot? Or you just might not want to redo it. So just make sure you get all of the spots that you need when he's still in the chair, and make sure the client gets the service that they deserve and that they paid for. And there it is. Now here, he doesn't have that good of a hairline. He has a part where part of it recedes, but I like to keep the hairline as crispy as possible, so I go with the 1.5 with the grain, only for the hairline part. And when doing the hairline, you want to start in the middle and just cut off the hair you need, because I said this in one of my previous tutorials, you can always cut hair, but you can't put hair back on. So you don't want to just take the whole hairline back, because that's just not gonna look pretty when it grows back out. So make sure that you're just taking your time with it. There's no rush when you're doing the hairline area, because in my opinion, that can either make or break a haircut. So here I am. Again, my trimmers of choice are the Slimline Pros. I just started using them probably like 2 months ago. Great trimmers. Nothing bad about them. Now here I am, connecting the beard area. First I like to just line it up, so here you see me getting all the hairs out of his cheeks. My bad for the shadow, man, it's just the way the lighting was set up. Here I am, just connecting the beard, make sure that it connects, no weird lines, no weird curves. Line it up. Trim it. Make sure you get the underside just right below the chin. Make sure he has no hairs that'll just start poking him. Now here I am. I believe I got the 1.5. His whole beard was a whole 1.5. He trimmed it prior to the haircut, so now here I am with the razor, just lining him up. You always want to, again, stretch the skin. You don't want to cut the client. I've been cut before while I was in the chair, not a pleasant experience. So you want to go stretch the skin with the thumb, small little strokes with the razor, and just the razor, that'll make the hairline pop even more than what it was with the trimmer. And I think the razor just completes the haircut. Now here's the finished product. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think for one of the haircuts I've done and for the time I'd spent on it, I think it's a pretty good product. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. Thank you.